Welcome to Narrow Ground Entertainment. I'm Steve the Unimpressed, and this is Steve Solo's 7 Days to Die Alpha 19 version, Episode 17. And that is a dead zombie. Scopes are nice things. I completely failed in the last episode in my objective of, going to work at the coal mine during the night, but I did at least get my storage and things organized, so now I have a better idea of where the things I'm looking for are at any given time. However, that still didn't stop me from opening the food chest when I'm looking for rotten flesh to make farm plots, so, it does nothing with my own absent-mindedness. I do want to make a bunch more farm plots in this episode with the rotten flesh I got from those zombie dogs that showed up at the end of the last episode. Probably I'll be using that for goldenrod flowers and chrysanthemum. However, I think that I am going to need more nitrate powder to make the number of farm plots I am able to make. Should have enough rotten flesh for 15 farm plots, and it won't even tell me how much. It doesn't want to let me enter 15 to find out what I need for that, because I don't have any clay soil at all. So, let's go grab some of that. That is one thing that I have plenty of. Yeah, nitrate powder is definitely my bottleneck, and I'm holding all the nitrate powder I have. So I'm going to start off the day by going over to the nitrate powder mine and digging up a little of that. Although, I'm going to take with me some of the stuff that I intend to sell at the trader, because he isn't open yet, but he will be, and that'll save me coming back in here to collect this stuff. There. Now, off to the mines. Huh. Oops. Well, I've mined up enough nitrate powder to make my farm plots, and those are now crafting in my inventory. I had honestly thought that suspending it from that block was going to be sufficient support for that ladder. Apparently it wasn't, so when I mined out that last block that it was resting on, the whole ladder collapsed. Good thing I brought plenty of wood frames. Well, not wood frames. Good thing I brought plenty of wood with me. So I'm going to have to install a little more of that here. Oops. Tried to press E to open my inventory. Playing the wrong game for that. Did I bring my claw hammer with me? No, I did not. That was one of the tools I offloaded in a previous episode to make room in my inventory, and, well, now I still don't have it. Don't have my shovel either. Let me see, can you still upgrade blocks with a wrench? No. Very much no. Okay. Let me just cancel the rest of these farm plots for a moment. Wood frames. I need... Well, let's just go with 10 more of those because I'll never not need wood frame blocks. Now, one of the reasons why I always keep plant fibers, wood, and small stones in my inventory is that, at least in the old days, you needed, still today, you need all three of those to craft a stone axe. And the stone axe is the most basic tool. If you realize you have forgotten some tool that you needed to do something, chances are the stone axe is the one that is going to work in its place. And so it is in this case. Let's upgrade those wood frame blocks. And then ladders. How many do I need? 5? Probably 5. And then we'll start the farm plots again. Helps to remember to put the ladders in your hand, though. There we go. 5 ladders, and now I can get back out of the mine. That was something I didn't think I was going to have to worry about today. Okay, I have mined as much nitrate powder as I am going to mine for the moment, so now I'm going to head over to the trader. Remember to put a support behind your ladders because apparently it's important. The This is why I don't make a tutorial series for this game. I don't know enough to do that. Here you can see one of the reasons to always pick up quality 6 equipment that you find, even if it's not particularly valuable. The blunderbuss is not a high value weapon, but I'm still going to get 420 tokens for selling the quality 6 one. The iron sledgehammer is worth a bit more. It is nice to have spare equipment to sell because that's where you make a lot more of the money compared to selling off excess resources or extra skill books that you don't need. Of course, I'm still going to sell all these skill books and schematics that I don't need because why wouldn't I? If I were in a multiplayer game, I suppose I might save those to give to my friends or something like that, but I have never played 7 Days to Die as a multiplayer game. That was a fairly tidy amount of casino tokens we got for all of that. And I think the only thing I saw fishing through his restocked inventory that I want to buy is an AK-47, because every time I see a quality 1 AK-47, chances are I'm going to buy it. The gyrocopter accessories schematic I don't know, but I'm also not going to bother with. Partly because I'm a long way from being able to make one, and partly because I never really got the hang of controlling the gyrocopters in this game. So, it doesn't really have much advantage to me. Maybe I could look up the controls and try to figure out how to use it properly, and maybe I'll do that eventually, but not right now. And now I'm going to head over to the farm, although I think I set up farm plots and stuff in the last episode as well, so I don't think I'll have anything to harvest. I'm not actually going to make any more seeds or plant anything today because everything is still in growing stage today, which means it should be the next episode before I harvest anything. However, I am going to lay out my farm plots where I know I'm going to be able to make another seed next episode. I know I'm going to be able to get at least 2 more blueberry seeds, so I'm going to put those out. I know I'm going to be able to get another coffee seed to finish off my row of coffee, so I'll put that out. I already have 2 chrysanthemum seeds, and I'll be able to get at least 2 more of those, so I'm going to put down a few more plots for that. I'm not actually sure how many more goldenrod seeds I'm going to be able to get. Partly depends on whether or not I find any more goldenrod plants just growing wild between now and then, and I might. But I'm not sure if I want to put farm plots down for that, and I definitely don't want to take them back with me and put them in a storage chest, because then I'll just forget that they're there. I think I'm probably able to make another yucca fruit seed by now, so I'm going to put one there. And I know I have a bunch of cotton, so I may as well fill in that row a little bit too. There, and that takes care of my 15 farm plots. Farm is starting to get bigger, which is a good thing. I'm losing track now. I never quite remember exactly how many crops there are in the game, but I think the only thing that I don't have a row for right now is potatoes. And I don't have enough potatoes to make a single seed yet, so there's no point in making a row for them yet. I may go get that airdrop, though. I'm already here. When I looked on the map, that airdrop is actually not right there. It's off a ways, so I am going to go fetch it, but I first made a trip home to drop off some of my excess inventory items. Going to have to keep a close eye on the way for wild animals and zombies because it is through terrain I have not traveled yet. I'll also have to keep an eye out for gut piles. One useful feature of the scopes is that they actually do cause things to render in that aren't there in your regular field of view. So like that rabbit there that I've just let it go behind some grass. There we go. I can't really see him from here. You can see the black dot. You can't really tell that it's a thing, though. And I suspect it would not even be rendered in right now if I hadn't just looked at it through the scope. However, when you use the scope and zoom in a little bit, you can see him just fine. Can't actually aim at him. Oh, there we go. Dead rabbit. I just have to actually find him when I get there. Just over this hill is where the airdrop fell. Was quite away from my regular base, though. I think it might actually be closer to my desert base than to where I was. I don't see or hear any zombies around, so let's take a look. Some general ammo and supplies, but the most interesting thing is definitely the schematic for the magazine extender mod. Go ahead and collect that, and I'm going to read that immediately. The magazine extender mod is, of course, exactly what it sounds like. You are able to get a larger magazine. So my 5-shot marksman rifle, it doesn't double the capacity. I think the drum magazine mod actually does double the capacity. It just increases it. So I think my 5-shot marksman rifle might go up to, say, 7. I don't think it has any effect at all on the hunting rifle. I also have the ability to make the drum magazine mod, apparently. I did not remember that I had unlocked that. But the drum magazine mod only works with machine guns. I can't use it with the marksman rifle, unfortunately. And from there, it's time to get off home, I think. Although I may just check the map and see, is there anything else interesting around? No, not really. I should delete my airdrop marker, though. I am back at base, and an examination of my supply cabinet revealed that I do actually have the materials that I need to make the magazine extender mod. So I'm going to go ahead and start one of those in the workbench. I might even be able to collect that before I run off to the mines. I'm going to put the rest of the supplies away. Not in there. There we go. Dispose of some other miscellaneous things from my inventory. And I'll go put the extra schematic up in the stuff to sell box. And by the time I have finished that, okay, magazine extender mod is only halfway done. Way to undercut me. It's okay. I can organize my inventory. I'm gonna need pickaxe, shovel, claw hammer, wood frame blocks, and ladder blocks on my hotbar for mining, or at least that's the most useful. I've actually, this time, remembered what I had said once before about bringing the iron crossbow out to mine. I'm actually going to bring that with me this time. We'll see whether I find an opportunity to use it. And now the magazine extender mod is done. Now in this case, I am actually going to have to remove one of my other mods from the marksman rifle in order to put the magazine extender on, because on a quality 3 rifle I only have 2 mod slots other than the cosmetic slot to paint it a different color. Trying to remember which one of these is less useful. The Bipod and the Foregrip mod basically do the same thing, just in different situations. The Bipod is when you're aiming, and the Foregrip is when you're not, when you're moving and firing from the hip. I think I'm actually going to remove the Bipod mod because accuracy from the hip is more important for me with my marksman rifle. I don't need a bonus to my accuracy as much when I have time to aim as I do when I don't have time to aim. And now let's see how many rounds I get. 8. So now instead of 5 shots with this, I get 8. And let me just put this Bipod mod up here. I have a bunch of those apparently. One of these days I'll have to find some higher quality weapons and of various of my preferred guns, and then I'll have something to do with all those Bipod mods. It's almost nighttime though, so in this episode I am actually going to get over to the coal mine. See you there. Okay, here we are, coal mine. I should probably finish up all these blocks up here. Now this is a little bit interesting to me right now because I put in the ladder in this pit the same way, and this one hasn't fallen yet. Yeah. I need to finish the floor up there so that I don't fall. I wonder if this one's going to fall while I'm down here. Probably. Let's experiment a little bit here. Let's break the block behind this ladder and see if this one collapses too. So far, no. Let's take out the next one underneath it. No, but then it's still supported on the other side. There we go. So, apparently the verdict is yes, you need blocks behind your ladders if you want them to stick around. There, now I should be able to rely on my ladder actually sticking around. And I hear some zombie footsteps. See if we can get a sneak attack on them. Can't actually sneak on ladders though, so... Doesn't look like she spotted me though. Sneak attack bonus damage 3.5. Or 3.5x. Oh, that one saw me. Bunch of them this time. I am now quite glad for those 3 extra rounds. I do apparently have a broken arm, though. Wonder how that happened. Somebody must have hit me. Let me see what I can do about that. Broken arm. Probably I can help that with a splint, but I'm not sure if I have what I need to make a splint. No, I have wood, but I also need cloth fragments and duct tape. And all the duct tape that I have is back at the base. So it rather looks as though I may be making my way back to base in the dark, because one of the little pieces of information over here was that ranged or power attacks would delay healing or possibly hurt me. That's ranged and power attacks, that's not generic mining. What I'm doing right now is mostly generic mining. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in the rest of this roof so that there's only one spot to go down. Oh, no. I am losing health just finishing that. Let's see if I lose health while I mine, and if I do, I will go back to base to locate a splint. I think I have a few lying around. Technically, the repair function with the hammer is the same button as power attack, so maybe it's counting that as a power attack, and it won't count swinging. No, regular mining is not reducing my health, which actually is probably not very reflective of reality. However, that being the case, I will I will continue to mine tonight, and I will worry about splinting my broken arm in the morning, which probably will also mean in the next episode. And if any more zombies show up, I will just have to stay down here and not go out to tangle with them. Unless they come down to me, in which case, well, that changes the situation somewhat. But hopefully they won't. Oh, crap. They noticed me. Well, that could have gone worse. At least there was only one. However much that hurt me, it didn't hurt me too much. I don't think I dropped more than a couple of health points from firing my gun. So, broken arm, not too bad. I'm certain that firing an actual gun with a broken arm would be much more unpleasant. Well, I managed to get down to my coal mine for this episode and managed to learn a few things about broken arms and ladder support. And in the next episode, I guess I will be learning some more things about broken arms because the first order of business will be to climb out of the mine and go splint my broken arm. That, however, is a problem for next time. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel to see more content from me, and if you'd like to help my channel grow, please share it with your friends. Goodbye and God bless.